Henry's law in a most common way is generally stated as the partial pressure of the gas in vapor phase in vapor phase that is P gas is proportional to the mole fraction of gas in the solution. This is the most common way of stating Henry's law. Now the applications. So applications are many, of which some are very important. The first one is actually packing of soda water and other soft drinks is done at a high pressure so that more carbon dioxide is dissolved in it, and that carbon dioxide acts as a preservative. So that is one example. Another example is actually the scuba divers who go into the depths of ocean carry oxygen cylinder that contains 11.7% helium and reduced quantity of nitrogen, actually 56.2% N2 and remaining 32.1% oxygen. Now this altered composition of the gases, rather than taking a direct compressed air, is to avoid the symptoms called bends. What is this bends? Is very simple. When we breathe at normal atmospheric pressure, there is certain solubility of nitrogen in our blood. Now if I breathe with same composition at a very high pressure, like in the depths of the ocean, then what happens? The solubility of nitrogen gas will increase as a consequence of the external pressure. So that will result in increased solubility of nitrogen, and this nitrogen, which is dissolved in our blood, forms vapor. It gets vaporized and forms the air bubbles in the blood vessel as soon as we come out of the water. So that results in rupture of blood vessels. So this symptom or this impact is called bends, actually. So to avoid this, what we do, we actually carry a separate cylinder which has this composition. So this will actually avoid the threat of increased dissolution of nitrogen in our blood. And third application is actually the low pressure of air or atmospheric pressure at high altitude results in a reduced level of oxygen. So basically, when we breathe in the air, because of external pressure is very low, the quantity of oxygen getting dissolved in our blood will reduce. So as a consequence, low concentration of oxygen in the blood actually results in restlessness, or you can say it loss of energy, weakness, and also it can sometimes cause convulsions, and such symptom is also called as anoxia. So to avoid this anoxia, we use compressed air, and that is used as a breathing apparatus for trekking or when we climb at high altitude. So this low pressure at high altitude also causes this type of symptom, which is also explained based on Henry's law, because low pressure will reduce the solubility of oxygen. As a consequence, there will be less quantity of dissolved oxygen in the blood, hence the rate of respiration or the rate of release of energy in our body reduces, so we experience weakness, and we experience condition called as anoxia. So to avoid this, we have to use trekking breathing apparatus. And another application of Henry's law is to explain the solubility with temperature, the variation of solubility with temperature. So because P gas is proportional to KH, so with increase in temperature, we see that KH increases. So because KH increases, as P gas is equal to KH into X gas, if KH increases, X gas should decrease. So with increase in temperature at a given pressure, the solubility of gas also decreases. So solubility decreases with increase in temperature as KH increases with temperature. So for a given pressure, solubility of gas decreases with increase in temperature. So let us solve this question. Here it is said Henry's law constant for CO2 in water is 1.67 into 10 power 8 Pascal at 298 Kelvin. Calculate quantity of CO2 in 500 ml of soda water when packed under 2.5 atm carbon dioxide pressure at 298 Kelvin. So very simple. They have given KH as 1.67 into 10 power 8 Pascal, and partial pressure of CO2 is 2.5 atm. So 2.5 into 1.01, 3 into 10 power 5 Pascal it is. So it is 2.53 into 10 power 5 Pascal. Now according to Henry's law, we know that mole fraction of gas is equal to partial pressure of gas divided by Henry's constant. So if I do that, I actually get 2.53 into 10 power 5 divided by 1.67 into 10 power 8. So this will give 0.00152. So this is the mole fraction. Now from this we can actually calculate moles of carbon dioxide. We know that number of moles of gas divided by number of moles of gas plus number of moles of H2O is equal to X gas. Now here the point is number of moles of water is actually 500 ml is 500 gram divided by 18. So it is around 27.8 moles. Compared to this, number of moles of gas is very less, negligible in fact. So we can approximate this X gas as number of moles of gas divided by number of moles of H2O. So that gives number of moles of gas, that is CO2, is equal to 0.0152 into 27.8. This gives us the value number of moles of CO2 is equal to 0.042 mole. So if this is the number of moles of carbon dioxide, weight of carbon dioxide is equal to 0.042, that is number of moles into molecular mass 44, that gives 1.85 grams. So approximately this should be the answer. Thank you.